Yo, the internet is absolutely losing its mind right now because what was supposed to be Cardi B's biggest relationship glow-up may have turned into one of the most embarrassing celebrity situations of the year. Just when everybody thought Cardi finally moved on from all the chaos with Offset and found herself a better man in Stefon Diggs, everything started falling apart in real time, right in front of millions of people online. And somehow it got even messier when Offset's own sister decided to jump into the drama and start throwing shade while Cardi was already getting clowned all over social media. Now fans are looking at this whole situation sideways because the same woman connected to the drama that allegedly helped destroy Cardi's marriage suddenly started popping up around Stefon everywhere. We're talking field access, family photos, private team areas, and social media posts that looked way too personal to be random. Meanwhile, Cardi was reportedly furious, skipping parties, unfollowing people, and watching the internet compare Stefon to Offset all over again. And honestly, the deeper people dig into this situation, the crazier the story starts to look because this doesn't feel like a normal breakup anymore. It feels personal. Everybody thought Cardi B was finally entering her soft girl era after everything she went through with Offset, but now social media is saying she somehow ended up right back in the same nightmare all over again. And the craziest part is that this whole situation started blowing up during what should have been one of the happiest nights of her relationship with Stefon Diggs. Instead of celebrating together after the big game, the internet watched their entire relationship start collapsing in real time, and people could literally track the downfall minute by minute online. Now, before all this drama exploded, fans were already noticing weird energy between Cardi and Stefon. At first, people ignored it because celebrity couples go through things all the time. But then clips from pre-game interviews started circulating online, and fans immediately noticed Cardi didn't sound excited the way she usually does whenever she talks about a man she's really into. Normally, Cardi is loud, playful, over the top, and hyping her man up like crazy, but this time the vibe felt different. Her responses sounded dry, awkward, and almost irritated, like something had already happened behind the scenes before cameras even started rolling. That's when social media detectives started connecting dots, because people remembered rumors that Cardi and Stefon had been arguing privately for weeks. Some fans even claimed the relationship had already been shaky long before the game, and they were only trying to keep things looking good publicly. And honestly, once people started replaying those interviews and clips, the tension became impossible to ignore. The body language looked weird, the energy felt cold, and suddenly everybody online started saying the relationship looked forced. Still, nobody expected things to blow up the way they did after the game ended. Because less than an hour after everything wrapped up, fans noticed something that instantly sent the internet into meltdown mode. Cardi and Stefon had unfollowed each other on Instagram. Now, normally that might not sound like a huge deal to regular people, but in celebrity culture, unfollowing somebody is basically the modern version of announcing a breakup publicly, especially when it happens right after a major public event. The timing made it even crazier because people were literally checking their pages live while reactions from the game were still trending. 1 minute fans were posting edits of Cardi supporting Stefon and talking about how cute they looked together. Then suddenly everybody was posting screenshots showing they no longer followed each other. That's when the jokes immediately started flooding social media. People started saying Stefon went from losing the game straight to losing his relationship in the same night. Others joked that Cardi probably left the stadium before halftime emotionally. And once the memes started spreading, there was no stopping the chaos anymore. Things got even messier when reports started circulating that Cardi didn't even stay for the huge celebration party she allegedly spent a fortune helping organize. Fans were confused because the entire event was supposed to be a major moment for them as a couple. People expected videos, pictures, backstage moments, after-party clips, all of that. Instead, then social media started focusing on another woman connected to the situation, and that's when things really turned ugly. Because people noticed someone named Pri was suddenly everywhere around Stefon during the event, not just casually around him either. Fans noticed she allegedly had access to private areas, team spaces, and even moments involving Stefon's family. Videos and photos started spreading, showing her near people close to him, while Cardi seemed completely separated from that side of his life during the event. At first, some fans thought people were reaching too hard, but then more clips started surfacing online and the conversation got louder. Because this wasn't just some random woman hanging around. Pri already had history connected to Cardi and Offset's marriage drama from years earlier. And the second fans remembered that connection, the entire internet exploded. Suddenly, people weren't just talking about a breakup anymore. Now they're talking about history repeating itself. The old rumors involving Offset and Pri started trending all over again. Fans brought back screenshots, blogs, old interviews, gossip posts, and messy stories people thought had already disappeared years ago. Social media basically reopened every wound from Cardi and Offset's marriage problems overnight. And honestly, that's probably what made this situation hit Cardi harder than people expected, because it wasn't just about Stefon anymore. It became tied to old betrayal, humiliation, and public embarrassment all over again. People online started asking one brutal question over and over. Did Cardi really leave Offset just to end up dating somebody exactly like him? That question started going viral because fans couldn't stop comparing the situation side by side. Both relationships involved cheating rumors, messy internet drama, women connected to controversy, public humiliation, and social media chaos. The comparisons became impossible to avoid. What made things even worse for Cardi was seeing how comfortable Pri allegedly looked around Stefon's circle. Fans noticed she seemed cool with his people, relaxed around his crew, and even close to family members. Meanwhile, Cardi, whom many assumed was deeply involved in Stefon's life behind the scenes, suddenly looked completely disconnected from that entire world. And online, perception matters more than reality sometimes. Once fans started believing Pri had replaced Cardi in Stefon's inner circle, the jokes became ruthless. Then came another layer of embarrassment nobody expected. People started paying attention to how Offset and especially members of his family were reacting online. Instead of staying quiet, fans noticed shady tweets, indirect comments, likes, reposts, and subtle jokes that many people believed were aimed directly at Cardi. But the person getting the most attention was Offset's sister Heath, because social media users immediately started pulling up her old posts and reactions connected to Cardi. And if you know anything about internet drama culture, you already know old tweets never stay buried forever. Fans started reposting everything Heath had ever said during Cardi and Offset's marriage problems. People found comments defending Offset, minimizing Cardi's feelings, and basically treating cheating like it was normal behavior for rich men. The internet immediately turned those old posts into fresh drama, because now everybody felt like Heath was sitting back enjoying Cardi's downfall after years of tension between them. Some fans even started saying Heath probably feels vindicated watching Cardi deal with another messy relationship after all the public fights and chaos involving Offset over the years. And honestly, social media thrives on narratives like that. The internet loves a full circle moment, especially when celebrity drama feels poetic or ironic. So now the entire conversation stopped being just about Cardi and Stefon breaking up. It became about karma, revenge, humiliation, and history repeating itself in the worst possible way. Meanwhile, Cardi herself wasn't exactly helping calm the rumors down, because fans noticed she started acting differently online almost immediately after everything happened. People claimed she was posting emotional tweets, deleting things quickly, reacting indirectly to shade, and giving off what fans call crash-out energy. And if there's one thing the internet knows about Cardi, it's that she's not the type to sit quietly while people clown her publicly. So everybody started waiting for the moment she would finally snap online and respond directly to all the rumors. The problem is that every hour she stayed silent, the internet created even crazier theories. Some people claimed Stefon had been secretly talking to Pri the whole time. Others believed Cardi found something out during the event itself. Then there were people convinced the breakup had happened way earlier, and they were only pretending everything was okay publicly for appearances. And once conspiracy theories start growing online, celebrity gossip spreads faster than wildfire. By the end of the night, what should have been a glamorous celebrity sports moment had turned into one of the messiest internet dramas of the week. Fans were taking sides, reposting old scandals, dragging old relationships back into the spotlight, and clowning Cardi nonstop across every platform. And the wildest part? People were only just beginning to dig deeper into the situation because the more internet detectives investigated Stefon, Pri, and Cardi's relationship timeline, the more suspicious everything started looking. As the internet kept digging deeper into the situation between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs, people started realizing this drama might have been building up behind the scenes for way longer than anybody originally thought. At first, fans believed the breakup happened suddenly after the game. But once social media detectives started putting timelines together, the entire story started looking a whole lot messier. Because according to people online, there were warning signs everywhere. And now fans are saying Cardi may have ignored every single red flag because she wanted the relationship to work so badly. One thing people immediately brought up was Stefon's reputation. Long before Cardi ever got linked to him publicly, Stefon already had a reputation online for being a ladies' man. Fans constantly joked about how many women he was connected to over the years, and gossip pages were always posting stories about him moving around with different women in different cities. So when Cardi first started getting serious with him, some fans were excited for her, but others were already warning that this relationship might end the exact same way her marriage to Offset ended. At the time, Cardi ignored the noise because she clearly seemed happy. Fans noticed she was glowing, smiling more, going out more publicly, and looking genuinely excited whenever Stefon came up in conversations. After everything she went through publicly with Offset, a lot of supporters wanted to believe she had finally found somebody who made her feel appreciated again. That's why this whole situation hit people harder emotionally than most celebrity breakups do. Fans weren't just invested in gossip. They were invested in the idea that Cardi finally escaped the toxic cycle she spent years trapped inside. But then people started revisiting old clips and noticing little moments that suddenly looked suspicious in hindsight. There were videos where Cardi looked annoyed while talking about Stefon. There were moments where fans felt he didn't seem as emotionally invested as she did. Some people even claimed the relationship looked more one-sided over time, with Cardi appearing way more publicly affectionate than Stefon ever was. Once breakup rumors exploded, every old interview suddenly became evidence in the eyes of the internet. Then came the biggest issue of all, Pri. Because the more people talked about her connection to the situation, the uglier things became. Online rumors started spreading that Pri wasn't just casually around Stefon recently. Fans claimed she had allegedly been around his circle for a long time, which completely changed the way people viewed those photos and videos from the game. Instead of looking random, fans started believing there may have been something going on behind the scenes while Cardi was still publicly involved with him. Now nobody truly knows what happened privately, but that didn't stop social media from turning the situation into a full-blown scandal. Especially because Pri's history with Cardi already carried so much baggage from the Offset era. The second old rumors resurfaced, fans immediately started connecting emotional dots, whether they were true or not. And honestly, perception is everything online. Once the internet believes a narrative, it spreads faster than facts. People began reposting stories from years ago involving alleged cheating rumors connected to Offset and Pri. Gossip blogs started recycling old screenshots. TikTok pages were making dramatic timelines. YouTube commentary channels started posting theories every hour. Suddenly, Cardi wasn't just dealing with a breakup anymore. She was reliving one of the most painful periods of her public life, while millions of strangers watched and joked about it in real time. That's what made the situation feel so brutal for a lot of fans watching. It wasn't simply about another celebrity relationship ending. It was the symbolism behind it. The internet basically framed the story like Cardi escaped one toxic relationship only to land in another version of the exact same situation. And once people started calling Stefon Offset 2.0, the nickname spread everywhere. Some fans even started questioning whether Cardi ignored obvious signs because she was desperate to prove she could move on publicly after Offset. People online can be incredibly harsh, and many viewers started acting like this breakup somehow proved all her critics right. Every little detail became another joke. If Cardi posted something emotional, people clowned her. If she stayed quiet, people said she was embarrassed. If she tweeted indirectly, fans said she was crashing out. No matter what she did, the internet turned it into entertainment. Meanwhile, the reactions allegedly coming from Offset's side only made things worse. Fans began watching everything connected to him like detectives. Every post, every emoji, every caption suddenly became shade in the eyes of social media users. But again, the biggest attention stayed focused on Offset's sister Heath because fans believed she was enjoying the entire situation way too much. People started reposting older comments where Heath defended Offset during his cheating scandals with Cardi. Some posts seemed to dismiss Cardi's feelings completely, while others basically argued that rich, successful men cheating was normal behavior. Once those old comments started circulating again, fans immediately painted Heath as someone who never liked Cardi in the first place. Then social media users started noticing newer shady reactions allegedly connected to the current drama, and the internet instantly interpreted everything as targeted mockery toward Cardi. Some fans claimed Heath was low-key, celebrating Cardi's public embarrassment after years of tension involving Offset. Others believed the family probably felt vindicated seeing Cardi struggle in another high-profile relationship after leaving Offset. Whether that's true or not didn't even matter anymore, because the internet had already chosen the narrative it wanted to believe. And honestly, that's one of the craziest parts about celebrity culture now. Public perception becomes reality before facts ever do. Once enough people repeat a theory online, it almost transforms into accepted truth. That's exactly what happened here. Within hours, the story evolved from Cardi and Stefon unfollowed each other into a giant dramatic saga involving betrayal, revenge, humiliation, old cheating rumors, family tension, and possible secret relationships. Things got even crazier when fans started analyzing photos from the event frame by frame. People were zooming into backgrounds, tracking who stood near who, comparing body language, and trying to figure out exactly when Cardi allegedly realized something was wrong. Some viewers claimed Cardi looked upset during certain moments long before she left. Others believed Stefon appeared distant the entire night. Everybody suddenly became a relationship expert overnight. Then came another rumor that made the situation explode even more online. Some fans started claiming Cardi skipped her own expensive celebration plans because she was furious about allegedly being around Stefon and his family so comfortably. Again, nobody knows exactly what happened privately, but once that theory started spreading, people ran with it immediately because it sounded dramatic enough to feel believable. And the internet absolutely loves stories about public humiliation, especially when celebrities are involved. Social media users started posting memes saying Cardi spent all that time defending men like Offset only to allegedly end up heartbroken again by someone similar. Others joked that she traded one toxic situation for another. The memes became nonstop. Every platform was flooded with reactions. What made things worse was the fact that Cardi is one of the most emotional and reactive celebrities online. Fans know she responds to things. She tweets impulsively. She argues back. She vents publicly. That's part of why people love her personality, but it also means internet drama surrounding her escalates incredibly fast because people expect a reaction eventually. So now everybody was waiting for the inevitable moment when Cardi would finally address the situation. Meanwhile, Stefon staying relatively quiet only made the situation feel even more suspicious to fans. People started saying his silence spoke volumes. Others claimed he moved on too quickly. Then there were viewers convinced the relationship had never been as serious to him as it was to Cardi. Again, nobody actually knew the truth, but social media doesn't wait for confirmation before creating conclusions. And by this point, the situation had completely transformed into one of those celebrity internet stories where everybody picks sides emotionally before any facts come out. Some fans defended Cardi and argued she deserved better after everything she already survived publicly. Others criticized her for getting involved with someone who already had a messy reputation online. Then there were people simply enjoying the chaos because celebrity drama has basically become reality television for the social media generation. But behind all the jokes and memes, many fans genuinely believe Cardi was probably hurt deeply by the entire situation because of what Pre represented emotionally. To the internet, Pre wasn't just another woman around Stefon. She symbolized old wounds from Cardi's marriage, past humiliation, public betrayal, and years of emotional chaos tied to Offset. That's why this situation felt way bigger than a normal breakup scandal. It reopened history people thought Cardi had finally escaped. And the more fans discussed that angle online, the more sympathy Cardi started getting from certain corners of the internet. Because suddenly people weren't just laughing anymore. Some viewers started realizing how painful it would actually feel watching someone connected to your old relationship trauma suddenly appear around your new man publicly while the whole internet clowns you in real time. And once people began viewing the situation through that emotional lens, the entire drama became even more intense. At this point, the entire internet had officially turned the situation between Cardi B and Stefon Diggs into full-blown reality television. And every single hour of the story somehow kept getting messy. What started as simple breakup rumors had now evolved into one of those celebrity dramas where everybody online suddenly becomes emotionally invested like they personally know the people involved. And the craziest part was that Cardi hadn't even fully addressed the situation yet, but social media had already created an entire movie script around her life. By now, fans were dissecting every single thing Cardi posted online. If she tweeted something emotional, people assumed it was about Stefon. If she posted song lyrics, fans tried decoding hidden meanings. If she stayed quiet for too long, people claimed she was devastated. It got so intense that even random emojis started turning into trending topics because social media users were desperately searching for clues about what was really happening behind the scenes. And honestly, that's the dangerous part about celebrity culture today. Once the internet smells drama, there's no escape. Millions of people start building narratives in real time, and eventually those narratives become bigger than the actual truth. That's exactly what happened here, because suddenly people weren't just talking about Cardi's relationship anymore. Now they were talking about karma, embarrassment, revenge, toxic relationships, and whether Cardi keeps choosing the same type of man over and over again. The Offset 2.0 comparisons became absolutely brutal online. Every major gossip page started reposting side-by-side discussions comparing Offset and Stefon. Fans pointed out similarities in their reputations, their dating histories, the cheating rumors, the constant drama, and the way both situations allegedly left Cardi publicly embarrassed. The memes became nonstop. Some people joked Cardi accidentally downloaded the same boyfriend twice with different careers. Others claimed she has a pattern of falling for charismatic men who love attention and chaos. And while some fans were laughing, others actually felt bad for her because the emotional side of this situation started becoming harder to ignore. People remembered how publicly Cardi defended Offset during years of cheating allegations and marriage drama. Fans remembered all the emotional live streams, the crying moments, the breakup announcements, the reconciliation phases, and the public pressure she dealt with constantly. So seeing her seemingly caught in another messy public situation made some supporters genuinely frustrated for her. But then the situation took another turn once fans started focusing more attention on Offset's family, especially his sister Heath. Because according to social media users, Heath wasn't exactly hiding the fact that she appeared entertained by the chaos unfolding online. People started reposting older tweets and comments where she defended Offset during previous scandals involving Cardi. Suddenly, old posts that many people forgot about years ago were going viral again overnight. One tweet in particular kept getting reposted because fans felt it perfectly explained Heath's attitude toward Cardi from the very beginning. Social media users started saying Heath always believed Cardi was too emotional about cheating and relationship drama. So now, with Cardi allegedly dealing with similar issues involving Stefon, fans believed Heath probably felt vindicated watching everything unfold publicly. Whether that was actually true or not didn't even matter anymore, because the internet had already decided that was the storyline. That's the thing about online celebrity drama. Facts become secondary once a juicy narrative takes over. And this narrative was almost too perfect for the internet to ignore. Cardi leaves Offset after years of public cheating scandals. She starts dating a successful NFL star. Fans think she finally upgraded emotionally. Then suddenly rumors explode involving another woman connected to old relationship trauma from her marriage. And to top it all off, Offset's family allegedly starts reacting online while the internet clowns Cardi nonstop. It sounds exactly like the kind of messy storyline social media lives for. Meanwhile, fans also started debating whether Cardi ignored obvious warning signs from the beginning. Some people argued that Stefon's reputation had always been messy online and Cardi should have known what she was getting into. Others pushed back against that idea completely, saying women shouldn't automatically expect disrespect simply because a man has a certain image publicly. The debates became endless. Every gossip page comment section basically turned into relationship therapy sessions mixed with internet jokes. Then people started revisiting how quickly Cardi and Stefon's relationship appeared to move publicly. Fans pointed out how intense everything seemed early on, from public appearances to supportive posts and romantic rumors. Some viewers argued the relationship may have been built more on excitement and chemistry than actual trust. Others believed the public pressure surrounding both of them probably made things even harder behind. And through all of this, Cardi's silence only made the internet louder. Because people know Cardi's personality. They know she's outspoken, emotional, reactive, and unfiltered online. So the longer she stayed relatively quiet, the more people assumed she was either extremely hurt or trying very hard not to explode publicly. Fans kept saying it was only a matter of time before she finally addressed everything directly. Some people believe Cardi was waiting for emotions to cool down before speaking. Others thought she might expose private details eventually if she felt publicly humiliated enough. And honestly, fans were almost anticipating that possibility because celebrity audiences today are obsessed with tell-all moments. The internet constantly waits for celebrities to go live, spill secrets, expose screenshots, or reveal hidden drama publicly. Meanwhile, Stefon's silence continued fueling suspicion from online critics. Fans claimed he looked unbothered, while Cardi seemed emotionally overwhelmed. Others argued nobody truly knows what happened privately, and people were unfairly villainizing him based on internet speculation alone. But again, once a celebrity narrative catches fire online, balance usually disappears fast. People pick sides emotionally and defend those positions aggressively. By now, the entire story had become way bigger than the actual relationship itself. It became symbolic online. People saw it as a conversation about toxic relationship patterns, public humiliation, celebrity culture, internet pressure, and emotional trauma repeating itself. Fans weren't just watching a breakup anymore. They were watching a celebrity woman many people relate to emotionally go through another extremely public romantic disaster, while millions of strangers commented on every second of it. And honestly, that's probably why this story exploded the way it did. Because underneath all the gossip, memes, and messy internet jokes, there's something weirdly relatable about it. A lot of people know what it feels like to leave one painful situation hoping for something better, only to end up facing similar heartbreak all over again. The only difference is that Cardi's situation allegedly played out in front of the entire world. Now everybody is waiting to see what happens next. Will Cardi finally break her silence and tell her side of the story? Will Stefon eventually respond to all the rumors online? Will Offset's family keep throwing subtle shade? Or will this entire situation slowly fade away once the internet finds a new celebrity drama to obsess over next week? Because one thing about social media, is guaranteed. The internet loves building celebrities up, but it loves watching messy public drama even more. And right now, whether Cardi likes it or not, millions of people are treating her heartbreak like the season finale of a reality show they can't stop watching. And honestly,